Michigan's budget is still out of balance, and the picture in future years only gets worse.
That, according to House Speaker Andy Dillon, and that's why changes have to be made in the way the state does business, he says. He was in Grand Rapids today to tout one money-saving plan.
24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Alvin is here now with more on that. Rick?
Speaker Dillon started talking about reforming the public employee health care plan some weeks ago. Now he says he's going to formalize that discussion by appointing a committee that will start holding hearings that will consider legislation that he's going to lay out next week. He says he'll also unveil more details about that plan. He said it will not result in fewer benefits, but will save the state cash, close to $1 billion according to estimates. Dillon says cutting services to balance the budget will have a negative impact in the future, which is why he says government reforms have to happen now.
We are making cuts now that I think will have long-term disastrous costs to the state. If we don't provide a quality of life, young people don't want to come and live and raise their families in the state. So we have to start looking at this stuff. It's not a question of a luxury, well, should we do this or shouldn't we? I think it's absolute, our back to the wall, the guns to our head, and we have to do it.
Now, Dillon, who is a Democrat, has run afoul of some of his natural constituency, mainly unions, in talking about this. But he says this is the right thing to do, and these reforms have to be made now because he says the cuts that are going on now, as he said, will have a long-term detrimental impact on the state. And he says reforms have to happen now to start saving some cash to keep Michigan from having an even bigger budget problem in the out years. We'll be in Lansing next week and continue to follow up on this. Back to you.